Hey everybody, Jason Schnitzer here with O.C Realtor Talk, and what I've got for you today, of course, again, is our weekly market update. How's the real estate market here in Orange County, California? And it's week 17 of this 2022 real estate market. Believe it or not, we're well into quarter number 2. And as always, let's start off with industry trending numbers. So, active inventory, as you can see, we started the year off 2022 January just above 1,000 homes for sale here in Orange County. We are working our way up to 2,000 homes. 605 new ones, 739 pending sales. Really, these numbers are beginning to be somewhat telling overall with regards to how the market's going. As you all know, the talk for the last few weeks has been interest rates, especially because they have crept up from about 3.25%, again back in January, all the way up to 5 1/8. And now, I wanted to break this down a little bit just because here in California with housing prices the way that they are, there's really two main categories of loans. There's conforming loan limits. So when you borrow between $0 and $647,200, you're within the conforming loan limits. Anything between $647,201 and $970,800 is considered high balance conforming loan limits. And there is a bit of a premium for that. It used to be in the last 5 years, they were about the same, maybe 1/8% more for high balance conforming. So if you knew one, you basically knew the other. But now we're kind of back to the older way of doing things when historically speaking, there's always been about 1/4 to 3/8%, sometimes even 0.5% premium on the high balance conforming loan limits. You know, of course, when you think about it, you're borrowing more money. That means it's a higher risk to that lender lending you the money. It makes sense that it would cost more on an interest rate perspective. So again, going back to Economics 101, we're coming out of what we claim as an affordability market. And a lot of people ask, like, what the heck is affordable about buying houses for the highest prices ever? Well, when interest rates were in the 2s and the 3s and even the low 4s, when you did an analysis for how much it would cost to rent that house versus own it, those numbers were pretty darn close. It always costs a little bit more to own a house, but again, numbers were pretty close. As interest rates go up, that affects affordability and your buying power. So when you're borrowing $970,000 at 5 1/8% versus 3%, you're looking at almost a $700 or $800 a month payment difference, which is pretty significant. That's sometimes 2 car payments worth of housing expense going up just with the escalated interest rates. So naturally, that affects the demand part of things. And as I've been saying all along in my videos, when we have inventory rise, less demand, we might see a bit of normalization with our market. And what I mean by that is when you go look at a house, it's maybe not sold within 48 hours. You're not competing against 30 other offers. And we are slowly starting to see that in our market. You know, the talks around the water cooler, at least at our, every Wednesday, I meet with local agents who do a lot of business in the area. And, at those times, I get to mingle with people that are also buying and selling houses in our market and just get feedback from them with regards to what are they seeing activity-wise on their listings, et cetera, et cetera. And it's kind of the same thing. You can't just put your house on the market and expect to get 30 offers and 50 to 200,000 above list price anymore. You have to be a little more competitive with your pricing. And also on the flip side of things, buyers-wise, we are seeing less and less competition. Now, as regards to what can we expect through 2022, obviously that's crystal ball stuff. But I will say, I'm calling this kind of a transitionary period. I'm not too sure how to feel about what's going to happen for, let's say, the second half of this year. If rates do continue to rise, I would expect to see inventory continue to rise and maybe even more of a pullback from buyers that are just, getting out of the market. Maybe they want to just see what happens with prices. There's talk of when inflation does kind of calm down, maybe rates will come back down and then maybe re-enter the market. But again, all that's crystal ball stuff. What I do know now is we're still below historic lows rate-wise. And what I mean by that is, on average, over the past 40, 50 years, interest rates have typically been in that 6, 7, 8% category. So we're still in very competitive rates when you zoom out a little bit further back from the real estate side of things. We've been very spoiled the last couple of years with those 2 and 3% rates, but again, real estate being a long-term buy and hold thing, at least that's my philosophy on it. Still really good interest rates. So if you have any questions with regards to how we can help you out navigate your real estate portfolio, there's still a lot of people out there with a lot of unrealized equity, and unrealized equity, it just means options for you, whether that be move up, move down, move out of state, maybe re-leverage property to expand your real estate portfolio, all that stuff. We would love to help you out. We offer free real estate consulting, no obligation, no cost. Just give us a call, send us an email, book a free consultation online, or reach out to us. We're happy to help. Again, this real estate market is changing every week. It's different than any other real estate market we've been in. So even if you've sold a house in the past few years, we have different strategies and techniques that we are finding are working out fabulously for us and our clients, and we'd love to help you out too. So again, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you next week. Hey guys, thanks again for watching this week's episode of O.C Realtor Talk. If you gained any value from this video, we'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and followed us on all our social media platforms.
Yeah, what Jason, I believe is really, really important for you, whether you're buying a house or selling a house, is understanding the process and knowing exactly what you're getting into. So if you ever have any questions, just follow the links below and we'll get you those answers.